Ah, shit. Here we go again.
So me and my homies, we bust up in the cell. It's me, Al, Tar T, Homicide, Dino, J-Rock. Yeah, that J-Rock, y'all, unfortunately. But at that time, J-Rock was still a hitter, right? So they like, hey, what's going on, cuz? What's going on, cuz? Right? It's about 5 Crips in there, and it's about 8 of us. And I said, hey, y'all ain't doing nothing to Ronnie. Come on, man, let's go. So the main Crip get up. He like, hey, no, man, cuz. He yours, man. We about to do that to him. I said, hey, let me tell y'all something. This my gump. This my gump. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. Let's go. Right? So I grab him, right? And then one of the Crips grabbed me, and we all start brawling in the cell. Now, before we get into this story, I know y'all gonna be like, Dante, we ain't finna let that ride. We not just about to let you just say, oh, this was my gump. You need to explain. You need to tell us exactly what you mean when you say this is your gump. Okay, well, here it is. Now, a gump, where I was locked up at Adex prison, this what a gump was. It ain't have nothing to do with homosexuality. It ain't have nothing to do with no gay stuff or sissy or anything like that. What it had to do is, I guess like in some biker gangs or whatever they call prospects, he was a prospect. Now, this dude, Ronnie, was from Flint, Michigan, and I knew him. I knew him growing up, in middle school. And y'all know my story. I done bounced around from Atlanta to Flint to Detroit. You know what I'm talking about? Back and forth throughout my life. And Ronnie was just one of them guys that I done met in middle school in Flint, Michigan or whatever. Ronnie was a guy that, he was a robber, sort of like me growing up or whatever. But he wasn't robbing people because he was just being bad. He was out of necessity, surviving, right? So, nevertheless, Ronnie, as he would get older, he would start gangbanging. I guess he moved out there to South Carolina or whatever, and he started rolling with some Crips or whatever. So, I guess he bought that Crippin' back to Michigan, whatever area he was at, and he got up under these Crips. So, now we here. Now, let's get to the story. So, basically, when I got to the prison or whatever, after maybe a couple months, me and my crew got established, right? And I ran into Ronnie. And Ronnie was telling me like, hey, man, I don't really want to do this Crip no more. Let me give y'all the story. Okay, here we go, y'all. So I'm in the day room, and Ronnie walk in, and he like, hey, what's up, Dante? I'm like, what's good, Ronnie? He like, man, bro, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's going on? He was like, man, I don't want to do this Crip and shit no more, man. I want to get down with you and your crew. I said, what? He was like, yeah, man, I don't want to do this Crip and shit no more, man. These is in here, man. I can't be up under no nigga that's messing with punks, and this nigga can't even read, man. Cuz I'm just not, no. I said, whoa, hold on. Yo is messing with punks? He like, yeah, man, this nigga talking about because anybody that got 20 years or better, they allowed to, mess with homosexuals. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he was like, no, man, ain't no way I'm finna be up under no nigga that's allowing that, man. No, man. Man. And then this dude, a hoe, man. He a hoe. Did you hear about his story? I'm like, what? What happened? Did you know why he in here for? I'm like, no, what? Tell me, what's happening? What is it? He like, man, so I guess dude was selling drugs out there in the streets, right? And I guess he went to go do a drug deal, and he brought his 4-year-old daughter with him. I said, okay, I think I heard about that. He was like, no, listen. So he take his 4-year-old daughter, and he goes to the trap house to do the deal, but his daughter is with him. I said, okay. And he said that, They tried to beat him on the dope and the money, whatever, and they had a shootout, and he grabbed his daughter as a bulletproof vest. I said, get out of here. He was like, yeah, that's what he did. He used his daughter as a damn bulletproof vest. I said, damn. He said, so what that look like, me being up under this nigga, bruh, and this dude here messing with sissies? Man, no, man. No, man. Hey, Dante, man, on some Crip shit, man, I put that on the C. Listen, man, I want to get down with y'all crew, man. I said, listen, you my man. I knew you for a long time. And, I got you, but, they ain't just going we might have to go to war with them niggas, though. He was like, man, I don't care. I don't care. I'm a hitter. I'm a hitter. Now, man, like I said, I'm not finna be up under nobody that's messing with sissies, man, and he a coward. I'm like, I get that, but, he got guys up under him, and, but like I said, you my guy. It is what it is. He said, all right, cuz, I'll holler at you later. I said, listen, I'm going to go talk to him, and we going to see can we work out something. He like, all right. I said, where he at? Nah, he was like, oh, he in the law library. I said, all right, I'm going to go holler at him. So I get up, and I go to the law library. And I said, I ain't going to put his name out there because he's still locked up, and he got things that's going on right now to this day that I don't want to mess up. So I'm not going to put all his information out there. I'm just going to give y'all enough to fit this story, whatever. So I go in there, and I'm like, what's up, cuz? Me and him lock the C's or whatever. And before we go any further, because a lot of you ignorant, uneducated cats out there that might be listening to this video. Oh, Dante, you said you don't gangbang. You said you ain't affiliate. You ain't no Crip. Why you locking C's? Let me tell you something. When you grow up around certain people, and it's just a greeting. It's just a greeting. I know I don't gangbang. I know I ain't no Crip. I know I'm not, banging anything. But that's how we greet each other. If I'm around Crips and we cool or whatever, and that's what they into, and this is the head guy, and he want to lock the C's with me, I'm going to lock the C's back with him. That's a sign of respect, right? And I know some of you ignorant, low IQ, third grade reading, writing skill motherfuckers out there just ain't going to understand that. It's all y'all know is about robbing, shooting, killing, and stealing, right? Don't got a lick of education to tie to you, right? But anyway, like I said, me and the dude locked the C's or whatever, bam, boom, wham. He like, what's up, cuz? What's up? What's up with you? I said, listen, man, Lil Ronnie? He said, yeah, this little cuz. What's up with him? I said, listen, he gonna start rolling with me and my crew. He was like, what? What you say, cuz? I said, Lil Ronnie is gonna be rolling with me and my crew from here on out. He like, man, you fucking with me, right? You come on, Dante, stop with me. I said, no, Lil Ronnie, he don't like what's going on in y'all organization, and he decided to roll with me. He was like, okay, so he told you this? I said, listen, it is what it is. Lil Ronnie with us, so, fall back. And I just walked off. He was like, hey, cuz, you think you just gonna come up here and just say what the fuck you want to say like that? Like you just gonna put down on me like that? Like I'm some type of hoe or something? Like I'm some type of bitch? Huh? Huh, cuz? And I'm just my back turned. I'm just walking off because I ain't trying to hear it. On the real, I should have socked off on him. I should have punched on him. But, cooler heads prevailed on my end, right? So as he hurling these insults, telling me what I ain't gonna do, what I can do, and what he gonna do, I just kept walking, whatever. So I hit back the unit, and Ronnie standing at the door. He like, what's up? What'd he say? I said, well, he started talking shit. And he was like, well, like I said, man, I'm rolling with y'all, man. If he got an issue, as soon as he said he got an issue, I'm going to say by the time I left the law library till I hit the unit, I'm going to say maybe 8 minutes done pass. On that 9th minute, you got him and about 8 Crips. They come storming through the door. Hey, cuz, what was that shit you was saying in the library, cuz? What was that shit you was saying in the library? Now, this is my unit that I'm in, and all my homies up in here. So they seeing them push up in here and saying all this cuz and with all this aggressive movement. So all my partners, they busting out the cell. They coming down to like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? So it's a standoff. It's about 15 of us. It's about 8 or 9 of them, right? So it's a standoff. So he was like, hey, listen, I don't give a fuck how many y'all is, man. Like I said, man, Ronnie coming with us. Ronnie and Crip. Hey, Ronnie, so tell everybody what you supposedly told Dante. Tell everybody. He like, hey, listen, this Ronnie talking. Ronnie like, hey, man, I'm not with y'all no more, man. I'm fold my flag, man. I'm with Dante and them now, man. I'm with Dante and them now. He like, oh, so you fold your flag? You know it's blood in, blood out, right? Huh? You do know that, right? So Ronnie was like, hey, it is what it is. So I stepped up. I said, hey, man, ain't nobody gonna touch the little homie, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch Ronnie. And matter of fact, ain't gonna be no sneak attacks. It ain't gonna be no catch a nigga by himself in a bathroom or something. No, if whatever gonna happen, it's gonna happen right now, right here, right now. Right? So then, the guards start coming in. Hey, what's going on? What y'all got going on? So it's a face-off, right? So they're like, all right. So they all disperse and they leave, right? So I tell Ronnie, like, listen, Ronnie, you're going to have to get up out of that unit, man. You're going to have to get transferred over here like ASAP because I know them niggas going to try to do something to you. I know it. He's like, man, Dante, on the real, man, I appreciate you, but I'm going to go take care of my business. I'm going to go take care of my business. I said, all right. Now, at this point in time, y'all, I did not realize what he meant when he said he was going to go take care of his business. What he meant was he about to go get DP'd. And for the ones that don't know what DP'd mean, they about to beat his out the game, right? Now, what I'm about to tell y'all next, I know y'all gonna be like, Dante, you was wrong. Dante, you wrong for interfering. That had nothing to do with you. You had no business putting button in Crip business. That you was wrong. And you know what, y'all? I'm a man enough to let y'all know that in hindsight, 12 years later to this date, I was wrong. I had no business getting in that. But, hey, you live and you learn, right? So he goes out and Al like, hey, you know what's about to happen, right? I'm like, what? Because, I'm green to the gang stuff. I don't know nothing about gangs, right? He like, you know what's about to happen, right? I said, what? It was like, he finna get the put off. I'm like, what is that? Man, they finna beat the fuck out of Ronnie. I said, what? He was like, yeah, that's what he mean. He finna go get his issue. I said, hey, go get the homies, man. Come on. Case in point earlier in the beginning of the video. So it's me, Torty, Al, Homicide, Dino, DK, J Rock. We mobbing, right? So we get to the unit. It's about 2 Crips outside the cell. And you can see it's commotion going on in there, right? So that's what me and my homies bounce up in the cell. Like, hey, watch out, man, watch out. And they're like, hey, cuz, what y'all doing? What y'all doing, cuz? This ain't y'all business, right? So here's the beginning of the story. So I'm like, hey, man, Ronnie is with me. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to Ronnie. Nobody. Come on, let's go. So I grab him. And so one of the Crips grabbed me. Then we all get the brawl in there. Boom, boom. Now, it's not that much room. Ain't no room in this cell at all to be, really bumping like that. All you hear is a whole bunch of bumping, a whole bunch of grunting, a whole bunch of right? So we in there bumping, right? But like I said, it ain't too much bumping you can do. So if the fight started in the cell, when you talking about, it's what? we double the number of them. So we falling out of the cell, right? Now we just brawling. And I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Shout out to Philly. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Even though we outnumbered them 2-1, literally, they was holding their own. They was holding their own. It was this dude named Lil Tez, right, from Flint, Michigan. He was one of their Crip guys, one of their partners, whatever. Lil Tez, that motherfucker can fight, and he was fast. Dude was maybe about 5'5", strong, fast, right? I remember, and I shouldn't be telling y'all this because I know y'all might throw it back in my face later on because I know how y'all do me. But I remember I done punched on him, bow, bow, right? I done grabbed Lil Tez by his throat, right? And lifted him up off the air. I don't know if this dude done hit me with 100 punches that he threw in 2 seconds. I know he was like, boop, 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 right? And I dropped him. That's the biggest highlight that I remember in the fight of me grabbing Lil Tez by the throat. And he hit me about 100 times. And then I dropped him. So apparently the guard done hit the code and, hey, everybody lock down. Everybody lock down. Everybody get down. Now keep in mind, y'all, we out of bounds. And out of bounds mean we somewhere that we don't supposed to be. So we all finna go to the hole. Me and my whole crew is all about to go to the hole. But here's the thing. It's only one guard that's in there yelling out the code, and I see the door kind of cracked. So I'm like, hey, y'all, let's go. Right? So we run out of there, right? We all piling out, running out, right? Some of the Crips, they fall back because they was tired. When you fighting two against one, eventually you're going to lose that stamina if you don't knock somebody out. So after that, we get up out of there. We get back to our unit. Stupid. We should have dispersed. Some of us should have went to the yard and other places, but we all got back to the... We was young, y'all. We wasn't thinking. We was young, right? So they came in there, whatever, and they got us. Now, here's how this go. The cameras didn't work in their unit, right? And unfortunately, a lot of things take place in the corridors because the cameras don't work there. But the cameras do work in our unit, right? So when they run the cameras back, where they just see us coming back with other guys coming back to our unit or whatever. Now, they do an investigation. Ain't no way they named all of us. Like, they got all of us. They do an investigation. They come grab me and my whole entire crew, right? And they interviewing us, doing an investigation. Why the leader? This is why I said, hey, why the leader? He the one gave us up. He the one told them that we came there to rob him. Yeah, the leader of the Crips said we came to rob him. And that's why the fight took place. So not only he trying to get us jammed up on a robbery charge, he trying to get us hit with all type of shit, right? So long story short, we end up, me and my whole crew, this is when I told y'all, when I end up getting into it with Purple Passion, when I got out of the hole, this is the story prior to right here of when I got out the hole and I had to deal with Purple Passion. So we end up all going to the hole. Some of my homeboys got shipped to different prisons or whatever. And I was just thinking to myself, like, this is why I never, ever got into a gang. Ever. And you youngers out there that's listening, I want y'all to peep this. Ain't no way I'm about to be taking orders from a dude that got a 3rd grade education. Ain't no way I'm going to be taking orders from a dummy that can barely read or write or do basic math, adding or subtracting, multiply, division. A nigga that can barely do any of that, and you expect me to take orders? I know dudes is like that. The only thing they know is violence, and that's how they got their respect. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm finna be taking orders from a dude that's laying up with a sissy every night because he decided, oh, well, shit, I got over 20-something years and I ain't coming home, so y'all go home in 5-10 years, whatever, and y'all can be with a woman, but I ain't gonna be with no woman, so I'm gonna be with a sissy. What part of the Crip game is that? And for you, like I said, low IQ, degenerate, third grade math, reading, writing skill gangbangers out there that's cripping, if it don't apply to you, let it fly. I'ma say it again. If it don't apply, let it fly. But for you low IQ, third grade reading gang members out there that got an issue with the story that I'm telling, before you threaten me, before you give your 2 cents that don't mean a damn thing to me, go back to school, go study, accelerate through the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, study hard for your GED, and then we can have an argument. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing coming out your mouth. Nothing. Check this out, y'all. I'm about to give y'all the question of the day. Question of the day. I said question of the day. This is the question of the day. Do y'all think that I should have minded my own business and let that DP happen? Or do y'all think since this was my homeboy from the streets and he wanted to switch sides, that I had every right to go get my soldier out that cell? Let me know. Was I wrong or was I right? Let me know in the comment section. Also, again, y'all, I started my cartoon series. It's called The Spot Cartoons, right? I think I got 3 episodes out right now. I'm going to leave that link pinned at the top of the comment section, okay? So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. With that, y'all, if y'all forgot to hit the like button, y'all know what to do. If you can hype the video, y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all share this video also, all right? With that, y'all, this is the Donta Show Network. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my movie and my gaming channel. I'm going to have that link pinned at the top of the comment section. Also, y'all subscribe to Stacy's Storytime. She's tell phenomenal stories just like myself. And if y'all feeling generous, make sure y'all leave me a tip. I'm accepting Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. Until next time, y'all take care. I'm gone.